Hi there, students. A Viva. A Viva. In British English, I'd just call it a Viva. In other languages, you could call it a Viva Voce as well. Let's see, a Viva is a spoken exam that normally you've got to take after you've passed the written exam for a university qualification. So I remember the undergraduates who studied medicine. Once they passed their exams, they then had a viva. In British English, I would just say a viva, where they go into an exam where there are maybe several people sitting at a table and they start asking them questions. And that is a viva. In many other countries as well, when you do a master's degree, you very often need to actually defend that degree. You need to go and present it in to a group of professors, and they will may ask you questions about it. Yes, so the oral defense of your thesis or your doctorate, this is also a viva. Yeah, this is your viva voce. Literally it means with living voice, but most often it's translated by word of mouth. So when I did my degree, luckily I didn't have to do a viva, but in some degrees, with some university degrees, you do. Yeah, and you have to pass the viva in order to get your degree to pass. I think the viva can be a little bit nerve-wracking because you don't know really what they're going to ask you. Yeah. I think you could probably even use it as a verb. Yeah. That I'm going to be vivaed next week, but I think I'm going to have a viva would probably be more common. Notice as well, you can actually use this viva, not viva. Viva's the exam. Viva, to as a cry of or a cheer of long live. Yeah. Viva la Virgen! Viva my team! Viva Manchester United! To me this sounds very, very Spanish, although I think Italian as well. So viva, it means long lived. Yeah? Viva Mexico! Long live Mexico! Yeah? So it's a shout of goodwill. Yeah? An interjection of approval. Yeah, a crowd could shout "Viva Peace" or "Viva Boris Johnson." No, please. I guess, but to me this sounds extremely Spanish. I'd do it in Spanish, but I wouldn't do it in English. That's funny. For me, a viva voce. An oral exam where they start asking you questions about your thesis or about your degree, and you've got to answer the questions if you want to pass. So a viva. Yeah, I think this is something you have at British and European universities. I don't know if the Americans do this. An oral exam, yeah? An oral examination, a viva, yeah? I think you could probably use this viva voce. I heard it viva voce. I heard it by word of mouth. Somebody told me. Or I think it would be... I think you could probably use this word of mouth meaning as well. It would be better if we stopped corresponding about this matter and discussed it viva voce. You can do that over the internet. Well, by word of mouth, orally speaking, I suppose. But a viva, for me, it's an oral exam. Formality. I've got a viva. I'm going to give it 5 in formality because it is what it is. Yeah, it's a word that a university student would understand. And then as to origin, well, for me, it definitely comes from the Spanish word vivir, to live, which comes from Latin viva, to live as well. Okay, so enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Viva I Swear English!